Hi, welcome to my practice session walkthrough. If you are a piano student, you're going to be benefiting from it because you will get to know how you can make your practice sessions more productive and more efficient. A lot of times when we watch performances, it is the final performance of the artist or the musician. Very rarely do we get to see what goes on behind the scenes. Even if it's a 2-minute piece, you can be sure that the artist has put in hours of work behind it. Let me show you how when you perform a certain piece, how you can make it better by practicing more efficiently. You must have noticed that when you practice piano, you tend to play it at performance tempo, or you try to do it. And a lot of times you fail, then you try again, you fail, and then you try again. It can get a little frustrating sometimes. I tell all my students all the time to count, to play slowly, and I'm very sure they don't do it. So I want to make this video to demonstrate how you can do it, because it's very difficult to control the urge to go fast and hit that performance tempo. A good way to do it is to have something called as SMART goals. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. If you want to know more about it, I have written a small article on it on my website. You can check it out. The link is in the description. Second thing, I'm going to be working on 2 pieces for my 30-minute practice. The first piece is called Maid with the Flaxen Hair. I'm returning to this piece after almost 6 years. I had given it up, but now I want to come back to it and I want to practice it. I'm going to be practicing only certain sections of the piece. Second piece is Rondo from C major Sonata. This piece as well, I can play through it fairly okay, very slowly, but there are certain sections which give me trouble. For example, this part on page 2. So let me plan my 30 minutes practice. The first 5 minutes I'm going to be working on technical work, scales, arpeggios, some technical challenges. The next 10 minutes I'm going to be working on the rondo, the section that gives me trouble, not the whole piece. Third, I'm going to be working on Maid with the Flaxen Hair, only the parts that give me trouble. And the last 5 minutes I'm going to be working on doing a little bit of research, because getting the notes right is not the only thing. You need to know what the composer is trying to communicate with you. For example, this is a French piece, so it has a lot of French phrases like this one, and I want to go to Google, I want to search it up, look it up, and understand what it means so I can play it better. That being said, let's start with the practice session. I'm going to be starting with my technical work. My time starts now. This is a C major scale, 4 octaves, slow practice. I'm going to make sure that I play with the correct fingerings. And I'll try to avoid the urge to go fast. Faster than this, but I'm trying not to, because this is practice time. A good way to control the speed is to have metronome with you. I'll set the metronome at 80 beats per minute, and I'll try to practice an arpeggio of C major. If it is difficult for you to play hands together, you should definitely go take a step back and do hands separately. For example, a C major scale you can play like C major arpeggio, sorry. I even like to play slower than this. Like this is at 50 beats per minute. I'm going to play the G flat major scale because Maid with the Flaxen Hair is in the key of G flat. Go deep into the keys every time. Make sure your notes are coming on the clicks of the metronome. Left hand. Let me try a scale at 60 beats per minute. Make sure you are using the correct finger. I still have a minute and a half to work on my technique. So what I will do is I'll make up an exercise. I'm going to test if I can play a C major arpeggio but going in opposite directions. So let's try that. To make it more interesting, let me put on the metronome. 90. I could do 90. I'm going to test if I can do 100. This was a little difficult for me. I'm going to test if I can do 130 or 140. Okay, that was fun. 160. A little messy, but it was okay. 180. Mistake over here. Okay, so I need to work on that. I need to do more slow practice. But anyway, my time is over for technical work. Let me move on to my next thing, that is practice for the rondo. The part that gives me trouble is on page 2. It starts over here at this on the second line where it's MP. Yeah. I'll go slow, I'll count, and I will play separate hands first. So this is in 2/4 time signature, 1 E and a 2 E and. So this starts on the 2 E and. 2 E and a 1 E and a 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 2 E and must have noticed that where the notes were fast, like I had a higher density of notes, or my notes were 1E and a 2E, and I was going slow. But then when it came to the sections, like in the second last line, where the notes are not that difficult, I still try to maintain the same tempo. You also want to try to do that. I have already practiced it hands together, hands separately earlier, but I just want to fine tune this. So I'm going to just move on to hands together part. This part is troubling me. I'm going to take it a little slowly. This one I made a mistake again. I'm going to take a step back. Something like that. I still have 3 more minutes left, so I'm going to try and play this with a metronome at a very slow tempo. I can play that to 80. Yeah. let's try to do it at a slightly higher tempo, perhaps at 100 beats per minute. Something like that. Okay, time up for my practice for Rondo. Let me move on to the next piece that is made with the Flaxen Hair. I have decided to practice this section, the one that starts at the PP part. Cedes, that's what it says, from that section, from 4E and no, not 4E and this piece is in 3/4, so 3E and that is where I'll start at this particular part. This piece is in G flat major, so it's got 6 flats: G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, F, G flat. Only the right hand part, just the notes, no counting at all. Okay, now three notes are coming in. What I did notice here was that everything has, it's all 5-note chords. The left hand is playing 2 notes and the right hand is playing 3 notes. So I am having a tough time playing all that together because it's lots of chords going up and down. So I'm going to simplify that for myself. I'm going to study how it is created. Okay, so this first part is easy. I'm only going to play the top line. Only that. Okay, let me now play only those 2 bars, but let me play the part which was below that. So not the soprano line, the alto line now. The alto part is going in the bass clef, so it can get a little confusing. I did notice that only these notes are used most of the time, so I can use that to make my reading easier. Let me read soprano, alto, and the part before that. I'm going to call it alto 2 because there's tenor and bass in the left hand. So soprano, alto, alto 2. Only the alto 2 part, B flat, that note being played at all. Let me try to play all these three parts together. Okay, one more time. I'll try to do this part with the counting. 3 E and 1. Whoops. 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and okay, one more time. 3 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and this is okay. Let me do the left hand tenor part. It starts on the D flat. 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and so at the end the A flat is coming, so that's like a change that I need to remember. Only the bass part, the bottom part. 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and C flat and B flat. Easy, tenor and bass together. 3 E and 1 E and no, sorry. Counting went off. 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 I'm going to try and put all of that together. How much time do I have? 7 minutes. So 2 minutes more for Maid with the Flaxen Hair, and then we do the research. Sorry, 3 E. This is going to be difficult. 3 E side. 3 E So I could do only 2 bars, which is very small, very less, but I want to make my practice efficient. So I'm being very specific about it. Let's try this part one more time. 3 E. So tight note in the left hand. 3 E. 1 E and 2 E I'll just try to see what is happening next in the right hand. Similar thing, I guess. C flat and B flat. And then it goes to but that's for another day. Now is the time to work on some words that I do not understand yet, starting with this one, tre kam a. So I know that it means very quiet and softly expressive, but I also want to know how it is pronounced. So the best way to know how a certain thing is pronounced is to go to Google Translate and type in the box. So what does it say? Tre kam e dus. Tre kam e et du cement. Expressive. Yeah, I think I meant that. Okay, if you type, if you click on this, it will say it in a certain way. Let's.
Très calme et doucement expressif.
Okay. Très calme.
Très calme et doucement expressif.
Très calme et doucement expressive. Which means very calm and gently expressive.
Très calme et doucement expressif.
Okay. Sans rigour. There's one more phrase that I want to know. Without rigor. Now, if you do not know what rigor means, you can always go and check it out. There's another word called sedes. So I think the word sans means without. Sedes means give. Give into that. Piu. P-I-U. Okay, this is not helpful. P-E-U means little. Tre piu, I think, means very little, because tre means very. An piu anime. U-N-P-U anime. U-N-P-U anime. A little lively. Now I don't know how to pronounce that.
Un peu anime.
Un peu anime.
Un peu anime.
Okay, so you can practice all that. Do I have anything that I want to search in the Rondo? Okay, interesting. I want to know what a Rondo means. So I'm going to search what is a Rondo. Oh, I just realized that my screen is not very clearly visible. So I'm just going to resize it. I think you can see it now. Okay. A rondo is a musical form that contains a principal theme. Let's read ahead what is given on Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not the best source. It might not be reliable at all times, but let us see what it has to say. Musical form that contains a principal theme which alternates with one or more contrasting themes, generally called episodes, but also occasionally referred to as digressions or couplets. Some possible patterns include A B A C A, A B A C A B, A B A C B A. So you see that the A pattern comes back again and again and again and again. I have noticed that in my Rondo piece, this part comes back very, very often. Sorry. That is the main theme which comes back again. It goes to the second theme, comes back to A. It goes to the third theme, comes back to A. So it is, yes, it is a rondo. So I think Mozart has composed it in that way. And that brings me to the end of my 30 minutes practice, which was efficient. It is always nice to look back at what you have been working on. How was your practice session? Was it effective? So today my practice goals were to work on the scales for these two particular pieces. I wanted to work on the difficult part for rondo. I was able to play that section well, and I was able to practice it with a metronome also. If I was not able to do it, I would have had to redesign my goals the next time. Perhaps take it at a slower tempo or play it separate hands for a little more time. The next one was Made with the Flaxen Hair. I had planned to do all of the second page, but I was clearly not able to do that because I was stuck with only this one bar. So I designed my goal again. I only just worked on these two measures, and which was okay. I just worked on these two measures, and that was enough because I could do that part well. And then towards the end I did research for some words, some French words, some French pronunciations. What does a rondo mean? And I think that was quite effective. So when I come back to these pieces again, hopefully I will have a longer practice session, and I hope it helped you to design your goals in a better way. I hope the next time you practice, or perhaps all the practices that you do after that, I hope you will plan your practice well and have more efficient practice sessions. All the best.